So, I recently made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. Let me explain. Now, around December of last year, I was in school, and one Sunday morning, I woke up feeling seriously ill. I had a high fever, my body was shaking, I was experiencing body pain, and several other symptoms pointing towards malaria and typhoid. Now, you see, I've always been the type of guy who takes his health seriously. Whenever I feel sick, I rush to the hospital immediately. However, on this particular Sunday, I was too weak to go to the hospital. I could barely carry myself. Like, I couldn't even walk properly. My friend who was with me suggested that I get some injections at a pharmacist in school there. Unfortunately, since it was a Sunday morning, the pharmacy she recommended wasn't open. Eventually, we came across another pharmacy, and because it was an emergency, I had no choice but to go in there and receive treatment, a decision that I would later regret. At the pharmacy, I began receiving treatment. They gave me injection consecutively for 5 days, and I eventually recovered. I was back to filming videos for you guys, and everything seemed to be going fine for me until a month later. Now, around 1st or 2nd of February, I began noticing that a part of my buttocks was becoming unusually strong, the same spot where I had received an injection in December. Now, at first, I didn't take this serious, but after a few weeks, I noticed that that area was becoming rough and compressed, like it was starting to resemble the skin of an old person. Feeling concerned, I quickly went to a pharmacist who suggested it might be an insect bite and that I should not worry myself. Then he gave me some pills to take, assuring me that the whole thing would clear within a few days. However, despite taking this pill, that affected area did not clear. Instead, it developed into a boil that began bringing out pus. Now, at that point, I knew that this was not an insect bite. Like, I knew something serious was going on, and so last week, I went to the hospital to go check what's really going on with me. After getting to the hospital, the doctors examined me, and after examining me, they informed me that what I was suffering from was an injection abscess. They made me understand that the last person who gave me an injection likely didn't give me the injection in the right place, or the materials they used in giving me the injection was a bacteria infected one or a non-sterile one, and that's what caused the abscess. So I asked the doctors for the solution to treating it, and they told me they would have to open up the affected area to drain all the pus. After that, I'll be coming regularly for them to dress the wound, a process that could take within 3 to 8 weeks. So, day before yesterday, I began the treatment, and trust me when I say it was far from funny. The total cost of the treatment and transportation now has amounted to 10 times what I would have spent if I had simply gone to the hospital when I fell sick last year. So, ladies and gentlemen, for your own safety, whenever you fall ill, please visit a hospital or a well-trusted pharmacy to avoid experiencing something similar to what I am going through or what I went through. I took some pictures when they were, operating it, so if you want to see what it looks like, it's on my Telegram.